Yes.
Here we are again. Here we are a bloody again.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing this again. Don't be a twat. We tried doing a new thing that didn't work, and we're going to try doing the new thing next week, and hopefully the new thing will work. But until then, we're back at the old thing. But during the new thing, all you kept saying was just yes, and then pausing to make me think the internet had dropped out. So that's not so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew that one was coming.
Yeah, it did. So I've been to a lot of different places in the past week.
Well, what? Living room, bedroom, second bedroom?
Sometimes bathroom.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you.
Occasionally.
I thought you just shat in a bucket next to the bed.
Yes, during the winter when it's cold. And I want to stay close to the wall.
In the summer, you do it in the balcony.
Yeah, off the balcony.
On the balcony and shove it through the cracks.
We call it plop drops.
It's like a really horrible version of Kaplunk.
Kaplop. Oh, it's very funny. It's very, very funny. I'll go to yawn now.
Oh, are you tired from staying inside all day?
Do you know what? It's amazing how tiring doing nothing is until you get to the time where it's like, right, I'm going to sleep now. And then I sort of just go, no, I'm awake.
Well, he just goes,
nothing you can do about it.
What the fuck do you mean, rest? I've been resting.
We haven't done anything to warrant any rest of any kind.
That's your buddy just going, have you considered exercise? You fat cunt.
No. Yeah, my response when they said, oh, you can go outside once to do exercise, I was like, is that mandatory? Do I have to do
Do you mean once during the whole pandemic? Because that seems like a lot.
Because even that's excessive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm still going to work, so my life is very normal.
You're a key worker, clearly. I can't believe Contagion is like one of the best-selling films at the minute. It's so funny.
I'm impressed that it's best-selling because it's on Netflix.
Is it? Oh shit! Yeah, it's on Amazon. Like you can buy the DVD for £5.
How many DVDs can you buy?
No.
I'm gonna give you a virus.
It's Attack of the Clonitis. We're here to talk about some gaming.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We are definitely talking about the gays.
A whole big bunch of gays.
And Littlefinger.
And a whole bunch
Who lives up to his name in this show.
As well as American gays.
Yeah, it's UK versus US, our most popular format. For some fucking reason.
Yeah, I genuinely think it's because it's got the words like UK and US in it. So like,
and just straight up the title of the show. There's no dicking about trying to make a sentence out of it.
Maybe that would make it easier to find if you didn't have to conflate two TV shows into one.
Yeah, but by that logic, Co-Director should have been popular. Because it was very easy to find.
But it was bad. I actually need to cancel my Simplecast payment for that. I'm still paying for it to be on there, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but people might be listening to it.
They're not. They're not.
I mean, I haven't checked. I'm going to check right now.
They're not. Well, I can already tell you they're not.
Well, I mean, if it's over 118 for a fucking year.
Jesus Christ. For £5.82, you can buy all of the recent Planet of the Apes films on DVD. That's a really good deal because they're really good films.
I'll have you know, in the last 7 days, there have been 23 downloads.
What? Who's still listening to that?
I don't know, but to be fair, that's all of them.
Conversely, I can offer you Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere DVD for £20.
Why?
I don't know.
I didn't even want that when it was new.
Yes, Gaiman. We were talking about the Gaiman.
Yes. In the Manchesters. And the Pittsburgh.
Manchester and the Pittsburgh. Where is Pittsburgh? Is it Pennsylvania?
America.
Sounds about right.
Yep, that's about as much as I can narrow that down for you.
Don't come at us saying we don't do our research. We're informed. We're culturally sensitive.
Yep. So this is going to be horrific.
I said that while I was looking at a DVD of Mr. Motivator, and it just felt a bit weird. Right, go on then. Tell us about your gaming.
They're not mine. You can't just own them.
What? I think you'll find.
Well, it's the UK version set in Manchester. Which I don't recognise this Manchester. It's not the one I lived in.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I might just have not gone to that bit or outside very much.
Because you're homophobic.
Yep. I mean, nope.
Damn, I can never remember which one it's supposed to be.
Which one's the good one? But also, it's Russell T Davies, which I didn't realise. Who exactly? Who?
I really like his stuff. He does really interesting stuff, like as well as Doctor Who. Like, did you watch it? Sorry, I got the burps. Did you watch Years and Years last year?
No.
That's a shame. It was really good. I didn't actually finish it though, because I mean it's me watching a TV show. Why would I ever finish it? But that was really good. That was written by him. He has written Cucumber and Banana as well, and my mum loves them. She does not stop going on about them. So that it's supposed to be quite good. It's got a very young Charlie Hunnam in it. Jesus.
Yeah, the only person I actually recognised out of this was Littlefinger.
Oh, you didn't recognise Charlie Hunnam from Green Street?
No. I only recognised the one from Game of Thrones.
He does the worst Cockney accent in Green Street. It's amazing. And there's a bit where literally they're walking. He's like, let's have some fun. It's football day.
Wait, are we talking like Carl Urban Cockney accent?
Worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
Oh. But that's the thing, you know that Carl Urban's is sort of like I mean it's pretty bad, but I have to believe it's intentionally bad. But if you go any worse than that, you were trying really hard. You just suck at it. But yeah, it's just Littlefinger being a bit of a fucking creep. Yeah. Not dissimilar to Littlefinger. Except in this one, he does give underage boy his Littlefinger.
Oui.
I've been trying to work out how to get that.
To get your little finger up.
Yeah. Because this didn't do it for me.
Oh, never mind.
In both versions, it's just really fucking creepy.
Yeah. It is kind of. Like, well, I did notice in the American ones they made him slightly older.
That's because the age of consent's older. In both shows, they've made him 1 year too young.
Below the age of consent, yeah.
I noticed that in the American version, a lot of like, you know, it's like that when he's revealing his age. In the UK one, I swear he doesn't go through that many. He's like,
he starts at
I'm 18 and then he goes down a couple of years. I suppose because in America you'd have to lie about being old enough to drink.
That's true. Also, who's letting the two of them into like clubs and shit? Because they're so obviously younger than they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the actual ages of the main, the older group isn't actually shown, but I put them sort of like, he's got a company car, so he's clearly in his 30s.
Yeah. I don't know, you work for a company, you have a car that you bought.
Yeah, that's the difference. Company cars, you don't buy. You are given, and then children write slurs on them. But yeah, I mean, apart from Littlefinger and his American counterpart being creepy as fuck, I just didn't really give a shit.
Oh, really? I thought I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that plays, is it Vince?
Oh, what, his mate, who is in the American
one
version replaced by like 3 people.
Yeah, the guy who right at the end when they stood on the roof, he's the one that pulls him down.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying I didn't like any of the. Well, I didn't like any of the characters. I just didn't.
Like him.
They clearly weren't. They're not the point of the story, as from the first episode anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was particularly good. The guy who plays Vince. Like, it felt like I was watching a performance. I was very aware that he was just reading a script.
I don't. I felt like that for most of actually both episodes, that they weren't that like, because I mean obviously it's scripted, but
yeah, but it was, you're very aware it's a performance you're watching, where like you'd rather it was just natural and it appeared like obviously they're thinking it off the top of their head,
especially because in the UK version and not the American version, they've got the cutaways as if they're doing like a docu some sort of mentary. But I thought it was weird that they didn't have that in the American version, because obviously it's not an alien thing for an American TV sort of not comedy. Aidan Gillen's character is too creepy for this to be funny.
Yeah, that's a point actually. The UK one is funnier, definitely. But then we keep saying this, don't we? Like, the comedies, I don't know if that's because obviously the things we relate to are more obviously like British, and so we find that sort of stuff funnier.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not 100% sure this is meant to be funny. But I think
bits of it were, definitely.
Yeah, I think that the cutaways were meant to like set it up to be funny. Maybe I'm just not sure it was aimed at being funny. I think it might have just. Oh, no, there was the whole. He made his sex map on the walls. That whole scene was done better in the UK version, because the American one was just like, yeah, you were doing handstands and juggling. It's like, fucking no, that's stupid. And it's just when he like that look, and he's just like, I need to get rid of the pens. I really like that bit, and then I'm like, he did just fuck a 15-year-old, so probably he's still creepy, but he's funny.
He's a funny creep. I'll tell you what makes the whole thing, like, when you're watching that scene, a little bit, not creepier, but anything to do with him, that little bit creepier, is I watched the UK version in the bath.
Oh, so you did think it was porn?
Sort of. Well, still had a wang, so.
Well, yeah. You get to see a couple of cocks. It's
yeah,
all right.
Do you know what? I'm here, they're here. Why not?
Do you know, I think this is maybe the only TV show or film that I've seen a cock but no titties.
That's a very good point. I couldn't offhand tell you another one where that's the case.
Yeah, I think it would. No, because seen cocks in Game of Thrones, but
boobies.
The main time I can think of, there was a naked woman walking through the streets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only just realised that like, it's just a weird thing. Like, you're almost more likely to see boobies and no cocks.
It's very true. I mean, the rate I'm drinking beer, that's definitely true.
So you're taking your shirt off?
Wait, what? No, what are you talking about?
If I'm going to see boobies and no cocks, you've got both. You can just show me one.
No, what I'm saying is... Do you know what? It was a really good and clever joke.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
But I suppose, because trying to work out how... Because obviously I don't really relate to any of the characters in this. Apart from maybe the ones who were writing on the cards. But I'd be interested to see what it would... How the community felt about the show. If they were sort of like, oh, this is just quite clearly just stereotyping, or if maybe later on it gets a bit more like deep.
There was something I saw actually about the American version, is that the cast were like often questioned about their own sexuality and that sort of thing, and apparently they were told by the producers that they shouldn't define what their sexuality was, because that would distract from like the show.
Interesting. I mean, I'm just looking at the UK one, and season 2 had 2 episodes, so I don't think it went well.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think...
Oh, I was right. Pittsburgh is Pennsylvania. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, because the American one's got 5 seasons, I believe. I'm just trying to find the list of episodes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 5 seasons. It looks like it started airing just like it got cancelled in the UK, and they were just like, duh, Americans don't care. Don't watch anything.
Sling it on over there. I wonder if, like, I doubt it, but I wonder how much say you get if your show gets, you do a show in Britain and it gets taken over to America. How much say do you think you have in it? But I guess it entirely depends on it. But another thing that we've found doing this UK-US thing is that sometimes there'll be like one cast member that makes it across into the new version, either playing like the same character or a different version of the same character. But that hasn't happened in this one.
I can't think of a time that that's ever happened.
Really? I'm sure that's been a thing where like there's been one original cast member that stays.
I think occasionally you get the producer or the creator's input, but I don't think I've seen a cast member go across. I might have really forgotten about maybe Skins.
In the Young Ones, the Americans tried to remake the Young Ones, and Nigel Planer, who plays Neil, was in both.
See, I haven't seen that.
You've seen the pilot of the Young Ones?
Yeah, but I haven't seen the American one.
Neither have I.
Possibly for good reason.
Yeah, that's very true.
But the thing is, with this one, I don't know which version I preferred.
That's the dilemma I was having, because I was like, I'm not sure I like anyone in anything of this. But
yeah, because I think the idea of... Because obviously, like, one of the main through lines of the pilot is Littlefinger has a kid.
Yeah. Which is a weird setup.
Yeah, but the thing is, that sounds like quite an interesting premise.
And they sort of abandon it.
Yeah, because he just gets high on drugs and fucks a kid.
Oh no!
And in both
Stop
of,
fucking kids.
in both of them, he goes to the birth with his one night stand that I think maybe goes too far because he's a kid.
Yeah.
And he introduces him, and they in both there's just a character who just goes, "Oh, I see you and her have both had kids tonight." And I was like, why is everyone just okay with this?
You see that kid? Yeah, he fucked him. All right. What?
Yeah, and it's like his like Stuart and Brian's, because they're the same character. They're both like, their virginity story is just, well, I went into my coach's office at school and he was having a shower. So I went in all my clothes, and it's like, one, that's pretty fucking weird anyway. Two, you were 12? What? It's just...
It's mad.
Yeah, it's weird. I think because it's so creepy and there's no, like, blow... I think that's what makes me dislike the show, almost.
Yeah.
Is that I'm just sort of like, it's creepy and no one's calling him out on it.
I'm not sure you could make the same sort of thing today.
No, definitely. The thing, you probably could if you make everyone, like, hate him for doing it. Because it's not even that... Because you'd almost be okay with it if he found out afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
not okay with it, but it would be...
But then didn't do it again.
Yeah, it would be more of like a plot point if you sort of went, oh, this kid's lied to you about his age. Or just not told you and you haven't asked, which is probably on you. It is on you, but if they'd have made it like a storyline, instead of him just being like, so how old are you? And him being like, oh, this side of him is like, all right, cool, I'm just going to take you along on here and then like, we're going to come back and I'm going to get real high and I'm going to fuck you. And it's just like, he just told you he's a kid.
Yeah, and you still did it. Yeah, I was pretty much exactly the same. Like all the way through, I've been like, I don't know which one I prefer, but like you say, they're both kind of abhorrent people, so it's difficult to get past that.
Yeah,
I think on balance, I might actually prefer the American one, but I think that's because I believed in the performances a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know why, but a lot of the British one felt a bit stiff.
Oy.
Well, no, apart from the sex scenes.
Oy. Yes, stiff is exactly the right word to use in all contexts. But no, that genuinely, you're absolutely right.
Because I think the American ones, they seemed a bit more... I don't know. I think it's just maybe having more characters to play with outside of the creep.
Yeah.
Because they had... Like, that was a group of 3 of them at the start of the show, wherein in the British version, it's just 2 people.
Mm.
And so they've got, like, his mate lives with someone, so there's that dynamic.
That was funny. When they started kissing, he said, oh, don't mind me, I'm just off.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I think some of the jokes that the American show borrowed from the British one didn't work as well. I think you've brought your kid that you just fucked to see my baby worked a lot better in the UK version.
Yeah.
And some of the big set pieces worked better in the UK version. But I think overall, the American version... I'd have to agree. I think it's actually better.
Is that the first time we've had that? A US come out on top? I'm very pleased if that is.
I think it is. I mean, the trouble is, though, the Americans have won the best of two shitters.
Two absolute shiters. Hey, it doesn't matter, right? Fair play to them. God love them. They've won. All right? You can't take that away from them now. I mean, you could, but you can't.
It's just a bit of me that just goes, it's something.
Yeah,
Well done.
You can't,
Plant your
you
flag
can't,
in it.
You can't argue with it. Yeah, you can't argue with that. It's something.
Yeah, it's something. I think this is the first time that we've been positive about a show that just clearly has a sexual predator as the main character. It's
Yay! I think we can all go home and all feel jolly, very thoroughly pleased with ourselves.
whoa! No one's going home. Everyone's already home.
Oh yeah. Well, we can stay in our homes
And be safe and
Do you know
watch
what?
something else.
Here's the thing, right, about lockdown. Here's my hot take on lockdown, right?
I just want to hear my hot take on it. I found out that my life is called quarantine. Because everyone like just goes, "Oh, you're missing going outside." Like, no, it's sunny. Oh, did you have a good weekend? It's like, yeah, I did exactly what I would normally do. I stayed inside and played video games.
To be fair, that was going to be my exact point. Is I really like it. Like at this point, all it is, I'm still working. I'm still doing my full-time hours. I'm still getting my full-time pay. That is from the comfort of my own spare room, where if I want to go and make a cup of tea, I can just go and make a cup of tea.
If you don't want to wear trousers, you don't wear trousers.
I've worked in my pajamas, but I think every day.
Trust me,
yeah,
though,
I just-
sometimes, as an experienced veteran of working from home, sometimes just put jeans on. Just for a change.
Yeah, I have done. I have a few times actually.
But I mean,
Yeah,
not
but-
to go out to the shop. Just wear them.
Yeah, I have just sat at the desk. Yeah, get up, have a shower, get dressed. Sometimes that's less often I do that. Most times it's like 10 to 9. I'm like, right, better roll out and put the laptop on.
Have you done like a whole meeting just sat in your pants yet?
Not in my pants, no. But the thing is, right, we tend to have a daily meeting that's like a phone call, a big conference phone call at 10:30, rather than like Skype or Zoom or whatever. And I tend to walk around when I'm on the phone, so then I just walk
I
around
do
in
that.
this room, and I'd feel weird just doing that in my pants for some reason. I don't really know why, because I suppose it doesn't really make any difference. But yeah, and my commute's gotten a whole lot better. Like, because
Yeah,
it should be an hour.
How many days did you have to do that commute before this happened?
This is the thing. I've now worked more days at home than I had in the office. I think I did
Did you do
5.
2 weeks?
No, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did 11 days in the office, and I've now done more days from home. It might not even have been as many as 11. It might have literally been a week and a day. Thinking about it,
That
I think
is
it might have been a week and a
mental.
day. Yeah, it's really weird.
But on the plus side, you haven't worked that long enough to get furloughed.
That is true. I missed out by I think 9 days. Like had I started a week previous, then I think I would
You'd have been
I probably would have.
straight on it.
Yeah,
And
I was
I
amazed
think
when
that
I
would
won.
actually be worse. I think being
Yeah.
told to stay at home and do nothing, but still get paid, it sounds like the dream. But fuck, it would get boring real fast.
Yeah, I think I'd have to like set myself up a little project and just do that. I don't know what the fuck.
If we'd have
that would
both
be.
been furloughed, we'd have already finished recording this year's worth of podcasts.
True. That's true. It probably would actually.
We're working
But
on
yeah.
next year's or another podcast just for
Yeah.
time. What's this one called?
would-
It's the Isolation Cast.
Everyone's
Co-isolate.
called it that.
I'm trying to think of other coronavirus.
Corona.
Uh,
Co-Rorentinas. I'm done.
I'm trying to think of one
I'm
for
done.
social distancing, but I really can't. Co-social distancing?
Social distancing. It's the Jewish version.
Co-distancing?
Co-distancing.
Co-not social?
If we ever do a true crime one, we're going to have to call it co-robberators.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, no, there's the perfect one. Co-conspirators.
That's good.
That's good. We'll have to do the crimes, but, whatever.
Yeah.
All for the sake of a podcast.
What's the next thing we're doing? I'm looking forward to this next one, because there's a show that we're doing that's called The Terror, and I don't know what it is, but it sounds spooky, and I like a good spooky.
Neither do I. And I'm looking at the names of these shows. Like, we're doing The Romanovs and The Terror.
So,
And I don't know how well they're going to match up.
Okay.
The Romanov, like, in my head, The Romanovs is just the prequel to Anastasia.
Yeah.
And The Terror sounds like something you'll enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's written by Stephen King, the up-and-coming author Stephen King.
It's not. He's not written anything called The Terror. But here's something that is terrifying. We're nearly halfway through this year of recording.
Yeah, off recording. Yeah. It is.
That is mad.
Because I keep thinking, like, this time last year, we were starting to stack for your wedding.
Yeah.
But we were doing two podcasts.
It's really nice not having to do that, I gotta be honest.
What? Not get married?
No, yeah, that and stacking, because that was, and trying to do the job I was doing was working more hours.
It would have been totally fine if this had happened last year.
Not
Mostly
really,
because your wedding would have been postponed.
I was going to say, I'd be panicking about my wedding. I'm glad we did it last year, because I know people who have had to cancel and postpone their weddings.
Yeah, I've seen a few people.
So, yeah, but I don't think we're going on our honeymoon this year. I think we're waiting next year for that. This is really, it's deviated so far from talking about TV shows. We're just chatting now. But I think that's what all podcasts are, really.
Americans won this one, but who cares?
Yeah. The Romanovs and the Terror next episode. And hopefully there's going to be less kid fucking.